So we already talked about how I don't want to fight up through his force. So I'm going to use my hips and my ankles to get my grip. I'm going to control the arm. And then as with all things, I want to kind of break this center line with his hand. As I'm here, I'm holding my elbow down. I'm going to walk my heels up. I'm going to bring my hips out, and then I'm walking with my calf. My first one is going to go to his low side, up to the lat, up, a little higher on the lat, up the lat, up and over the shoulder, and then I will collapse back into my guard. The last motion I make is a little adjustment to make sure I'm on the side. The nice thing about this high guard position is it really, really isolates an arm. It really, really makes him feel like he's in a lot of danger, and he is. And it lets me really put all of my weapons on one side and get ready to work this side. So the walking procedure is once I'm here, I've already accomplished my grip. Make sure you take the time to do all this. I scoop my hips out to start my motion. My low side calf walks up the back and captures the lat, and I just slowly walk up. And then I re-guard once my calf is high over his lat. The last motion I do is I just make sure that I'm on my side. If I slide down and let my back get flat, it becomes far too easy for him to just pop that shoulder out. Good. But if I do this properly, I've controlled center line, I've accounted for my hip, and I've walked up. Now, once I'm on my hip, go ahead and roster that out. It becomes very hard for him to clear that shoulder. Make sense? Cool. All right, guard to high guard. Let's get there a couple times, and we'll move on to our first attack. Started working on, he's locking this hip down, he's holding me down with his other hand. So this is like really common position, and he's got this leg lock. So I'm not pushing up, I'm turning. We're learning how important all of these hip turns are, how important all these angles are. I start to threaten. What's he do? He starts locking my arm down. And we went to our arm bar and our triangle series and all of that. Excellent. From there, we started in this week how I can scoop my hips. And then, like we've done tonight, how I can start working my high guard. So we're rolling into multiple combinations from this same starting point. And what we're going to do is move past where we ended last night, where we started doing the arm bar and the Kimura from here. Now, a lot of times what's going to happen is this guy's going to still be in the same position he was when I started my whole guard series. So now I've collapsed on this, I'm getting ready to work here, but this arm is still locked down on my hip, or it's still locked down over this leg. And a lot of times, what's he thinking I'm going to attack as soon as I throw the high guard up? He knows this arm is isolated. He knows the arm bar of the Kimura coming. So he's starting to stack me, and he's using this arm to do it. So what we're going to do now is kind of attack off the opposite side of this high guard. And it becomes very, very surprising to the individual. So as he stacks and he's holding me in position, what we're going to do is turn towards the elbow. I'm using my upper body to turn. I'm bringing this knee towards my face, and I start to line this up. Again, like a sight on a gun. So rather than be stuck underneath the stack directly where all of this pressure is crushing my diaphragm, I'm turning my upper body and I'm turning my leg. And now you can even hear in my voice how all of a sudden I don't have that pressure. And now, because I've gone the opposite direction of the high guard, I've isolated the opposite arm. So there are attacks from here. There are several attacks from here. What we're going to do is simply disengage here with the leg, grab the ankle. This foot steps out, and it's going to finish pulling my hips out for omoplata setup. Let's just get to here first before we start setting the omoplata. So one more time. I go ahead and set my high guard position. Do me a favor. Go back and forth. One time, do the calf walk. The next time, hop straight to the position. Just so you get some experience doing both. Your partner's going to stack up, and life's going to suck for a second. Turn 180 degrees. Bring this knee in line with my face. Everything's lined up. You should feel it. I can breathe. I'm not carrying the weight of the stack anymore. Now disengage. This ankle should come right to your hand. Here, my free foot plants on the mat, and I'm turning my hips out and my head towards his hip. And then just grab this belt right out of the gate, and we'll finish setting this omoplata in just a second. Let's just get to the position for now. Alrighty? Cool. Let's